We are going to welcome you back to the Principals Podcast. Today I have my co-hosts, Ryan, beautiful mustache Bandera, and Douglas with his 40th hat, Hyam. Today we have two special guests, Annabelle Liebhardt and Ashley Patterson. This is where Annabelle is truly an equal size of all of us today.
Yeah.
Both these girls have been working on a senior project that we're going to be talking about because they had to get creative with it. First thing first, let's talk about how you're doing. How are you personally doing? This is the first time we've kind of seen each other face to face. So how have you both been? Starting with Annabelle.
I've been good. I mean, it's been hard not being able to see my friends. I think that probably goes for all students right now because we're all teenagers. But I mean, it's been nice. I've been getting a lot of sleep, and it's just been nice to like stay home and spend time with my family.
Hey guys, I guess we're not friends because we're not teenagers. We're not friends with Annabelle.
You just told them that you graduated when Bandera was born.
But there's
But I thought we were friends. I thought Annabelle and all of us were friends. And then she said, all my friends who were teenagers. I just thought we were friends.
We'll make a virtual handshake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I like that.
That will be good.
Are you having a seizure?
No, it's the internet.
Oh, okay.
Ashley,
how about you?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's actually been super nice to like just have alone time and kind of self-reflect, especially with college coming up and really considering future plans. With friends, it's actually it's like kind of bittersweet because a lot of us who are close are making little like gift things and dropping them off at people's doorsteps and just writing letters. And so it kind of goes along with like my senior project, because the other day I found myself writing letters to some of my closest friends, and now I had to go back to writing letters for like everyone in our senior class. So it's pretty rewarding, and it's kind of it's stressful at times to just be at home, but family time is always nice.
Look at that transition. That transitioned perfectly. Can you guys tell us a little more about that senior project of yours?
Do you want me to go, Ashley? Okay, so Ashley and I have decided to write letters to every member of the senior class, and we figured it would just kind of be a good way, like, to get closure with everyone, and like kind of like how Ashley was saying, it is nice to be able to write letters to some of your closest friends because there are some things that you might not say to people on a daily basis that you could say in the letters. So it has been really nice being able to write to some people.
Yeah, and when we first started the project off, we were like, what do we say for like people that we may not be closest with, or maybe they go to Auburn and we really have no idea like who they really are. And so we've come up with ways to like wish them luck with their future plans, or like inspirational quotes, or like things to just put in. And it's fun, like people that I don't normally talk to, I don't have classes with currently, I can pull memories from like middle school, and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. And although like I love doing little things and writing letters to people, and I would love to make them have like huge pages of paragraphs for each person, but we're able to do like small fragments of paragraphs from each of us. And then we ran into the problem this week of how do we get them to everyone, because we originally were thinking of printing them all out, whether it was at like the library or at school, but Anna and I don't have enough money for all that ink. So yeah, that's when we emailed Mrs. Monaco, and then Mr. Murray gave us the idea of sharing podcasts or just sharing them through Google Drive.
Cool.
So have you started sending off your emails yet?
I think we are going to wait until we finish all of the letters, which within the next few days we should be done, so that we could like start emailing them. And then we are going to post on our social medias stuff about like everyone like check your emails, just because I know some people might not be like ready to see those letters. So just to give people a heads up that they will be coming.
Are you guys even sleeping? Because, I mean, all the math homework you have and then this project. I mean, when do you guys sleep?
Oh, I have plenty of time to sleep.
Oh.
I really don't have to get up for classes until like 11 each day, so.
I know the other day I finished my classes around like 10. And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna get up and make lunch. I fell asleep around 10:30 and I got up at like 5 in the afternoon. And my mom's like, good morning, Sleeping Beauty. I'm like, this is so bad.
So you are truly both prepping for the college life right there. Sleeping in
Oh
till
yeah.
11, taking naps in the middle of the day.
I hate sleeping in though. I just feel like I'm not productive at all.
I'm like a night owl, so I always end up staying up till like 2 in the morning, and then I end up sleeping. So
Chaim, you can talk to her then when you wake up in the middle of the night and
Yeah.
I'm on this plan of being too old. I have to get up several times during the night, and then next thing you know, I'm up for 2 hours thinking about all the projects that Murray gives to Bandera and I. Then I
Sure.
got, Bandera and I are having Google Meets during the night because we got to get this work done. It's crazy.
I sleep like a baby.
That's because you are a baby with a mustache.
Baby with mustache.
How are you guys? You guys both have siblings who are at home right now. How are you? Are you guys getting along with them? Are you fighting with them? Is it good, bad, both?
For me, it's sometimes Lauren and I will just be like getting along like best friends and we'll watch movies together. And then other times she's like, why are you looking at me? And we're just sitting in the kitchen. I'll be like, oh my gosh. But we're doing pretty good.
That sounds like our master
Yeah.
schedule meetings.
yeah, my siblings and I are. It kind of depends on the day, like what moods we're in. Sometimes we get along like best friends, and then like a few nights ago we got in a big fight, but like after an hour we're over it. So I mean, we kind of know how to like keep our distance from each other when we're annoyed, which is good.
That's good.
Annabelle, you made your way through the parade yesterday, right? Through the senior
Oh yeah,
banners.
my baby and I went.
Ashley, did you make it up there?
No, I didn't go.
You would miss it right now because there's about 3 inches of snow probably all over them. What has been the greatest part of this experience and the worst part?
I think the greatest part, I mean, even though this situation like sucks for seniors, I think it has made us like closer as a class. Like I know we have a group chat with a bunch of seniors and we're like communicating all the time with each other, just like texting about stuff. So I do think after all this, it's gonna make us like closer and more tight knit together. But then I would probably say the worst part is just like worrying about like prom and graduation and stuff, and like some of those like things that we were looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And it's definitely, like I said before, made us feel more in tune with ourselves and makes us reach out to others. And for me personally, like I've just like reconnected more with like faith and just really, it's hard to process because there are days when I wake up and I'm like, this feels like a dream. Like there's no way that it's real. And I don't know. That's the hardest part about it is just being like, wow, this is. And I was watching, I don't know if you guys saw on ABC Family last night, there was a program with a bunch of celebrities that sang Disney songs. And my mom and I were watching it and we were like, it is insane how like celebrities and everyone are like sending things from their home and we're all going through the same thing no matter like who we are. It's just crazy to me.
That's been the weird thing on my part. Like, I would like to tell the students I can relate to you, and I can, I've lived through that experience, or I've understood that experience. We haven't. I mean, I can never think of a time when we've closed down school for. It's been a month already. I mean, it just hasn't happened. I mean, and I know that I'm the young one here, but in my life and even in these guys' lives, it's never happened before. So it is a tricky thing.
It is more reassuring, I guess, knowing that like we're not the only school that's shut down. Like it's literally every single other school.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think of that, and it kind of makes me feel a little bit better about everything going on.
It's also funny to see some of the jokes like on Twitter and stuff just about, I don't know. Those are funny. Those always seem to cheer me up.
Yes.
Did you miss Zac Efron yesterday in that sing along?
Yes, but he was still on it a little bit.
Speaking of singing,
he looks old.
Yeah, he does.
listen,
Isn't he?
Annabelle was talking about senior chats. That doesn't mean you, senior.
I like this pick on Hyam Day. I like it.
We can't make fun of his hat, though. I think that's Ohio State, right? Yeah. The Ohio State.
2002. Is it 2002?
Yeah, 2.
You were still in diapers.
Were they even born?
I was 1 year old.
One.
Yeah.
Speaking of singing, it was the week that you can recall where all this was going down with Governor DeWine and the district had to make a decision. Now, in hindsight, makes sense. In the moment, did not make sense. Where we kind of had to go from closing out the musical to you guys were going to record something on a Friday night, and then more things happened where we had to close that down, and now we're on a pause. So talk to us about what you all have been doing to rehearse.
Well, Mr. Strife and Lisa Marie, our choreographer, have been absolutely amazing through all of this. We have been using the Google Meets, and we have our librettos. I have one right here, just like sitting in front of us when we have our rehearsals. And it's fun. All of us are on there, and it's hard sometimes because there are glitches. And when there's like 3 people singing, it's hilarious because it all just echoes, and we're all just off pitch and flat because of the internet. But I mean, it's a process, and we all have hope. Like, the set is still up, obviously, and there's really, I mean, who knows? When we got that news, like the day of dress rehearsal, it's like all of our souls just left our bodies. Like, this is like the dream show and the dream set, and we finally like nailed it the night before. So we were so excited, but all we can do is really hope that we can have it during sometime in the summer, or I don't know. A lot of us, like for Maya and I, like landing Donna and Sophie, it's brought us closer as friends. The whole cast has we are like one big happy family up there. So hopefully we can do it together.
It is funny. Like whenever we have the guidance meetings, that's a question that comes up in every single one of them. What is the musical canceled? And I keep saying to everyone, it's postponed right now, and I look forward to having it at some point. So
Yeah.
I keep hoping that's the case. I don't have a crystal ball right now to say yes we can or can't, but I'm really hopeful that some way somehow we can definitely see it, because I know the hard work you guys put into that. So
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Is that a golden toilet? What are you holding?
Yeah, it is. It's not a crystal ball, but it's a toilet bowl. Maybe this will tell us.
Yeah. What's inside of it, Hyam? We can't
What's
see
it
that
say?
well.
It's gold.
So let's go into how did you win that award?
Unfortunately, yes. I won the toilet bowl award.
Maybe that'll be in a future Kahoot.
Maybe. You never know.
So obviously everything is contingent on Governor DeWine, and then the phasing out phase 1, 2, and 3 plan, and we don't know what that plan is. At the bare minimum, what we want to try to make sure happens is that we can record you on the stage, and so that it can be broadcast, and so everyone can see it. And I know that doesn't help with having a live audience, and who knows, we might have a live audience. We might be able to do that, but I understand that there's so many layers of things we're trying to figure out, and that's one of them. The other is graduation, because we still have that on the books, but we don't know if that's going to get readjusted to bringing it back home to Chardon Memorial Field, or trying to get real creative, because a lot of things, we have the Mayfield Drive-In movie theater right by us. We might be able to do something with driving cars in there and doing something on a stage that way.
That's
where you
awesome.
can.
Yeah.
So there's options out there, but one, you girls probably don't even have your cap and gown yet. Like, you don't own it, so it's either at school or Jostens has it. So soon, and very soon, and then we'll communicate this out to parents. we'll come up with a time that we'll safely be able to distribute those things once we get more information. So you'll at least have that. But we are certainly going to plan on senior awards still to happen, probably in a virtual setting, so we can do that in a timely manner. So you do have that. We talked with Mrs. Takovec about baccalaureate so that we can continue to do baccalaureate. I would love, and I know Mr. Bandera and Chaim would love those recorded sessions that kind of they do like concerts where they have like the Zoom look where you can see your high school kids singing. Strife and I have talked about that. That would be cool. Just as like as a teaser, like a trailer to Mamma Mia. So there's a lot of things. Do you have questions for us? We've been doing a lot of talking. Do you have questions for us that we haven't really addressed? Anything?
I mean, I think my questions were all about like prom and graduation, but you guys have answered those. And then like you sent that PDF out to everyone's email, so that answered a lot of my questions too.
You opened your email and you read it?
Yeah, I did.
That's one.
There's one, Murray.
No.
There's one.
That's one.
Not 11. One.
So think about questions you might have, but in the interim, what are ways that seniors can look forward to receiving these emails from you? You said social media. So what social media is a good platform that you're going to be putting those out? Are you using Snapchat? Are you using Instagram, Twitter? What are you using?
I'll probably put something on my Instagram story because I think a lot of the senior class follows me. And then I'll probably go on the Crazies Twitter account
would be a good way
something
to
out of
get that out.
All right. So at Chardon Crazies and your
TikTok dance
personal
thing?
TikTok.
Is that a thing, the TikTok dance it?
Oh, I mean, we could make a TikTok.
Anna can go viral real fast.
Can she?
Followers.
Yeah, I'm like kind of famous, guys.
Is this our most famous podcast guest yet?
Well, Quinn.
Hey, anything without GoBots, we're good.
Yeah. I've received 5 emails from Quinn asking if there's a podcast today. So if you have anything nice to say to Quinn, he's always listens and watches.
Hi, Quinn. If you're watching this.
Quinn, keep staying positive.
Yeah. Quinn keeps texting me.
Yes, we love your text.
Updates and everything.
It definitely brightens our day.
Yeah.
Aw. Any questions for us, guys? You already talked about some of the questions. Any other questions for us?
Mr. Bandera, are you going to hop on the trend where men are shaving their heads?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mr.
My wife cut my hair once already. I don't know. It may come down to how much longer this lasts. It may turn down. Might just have to shave the whole thing. We'll see. Well, the next one after the next haircut, we'll see. She's sitting across from me. She hasn't. I don't know.
Is your
She did do a
neighbor still
great
there
job.
too?
No, my neighbor is not here right now. She's my live-in neighbor's not here at the moment. She'll be here in probably a half hour. Any other questions? You might see a shaved head. We'll see.
Bandera, go to your famous question.
Okay. So besides asking what you guys are doing, and asking, have you watched Tiger King yet? Is she guilty?
I'm not. I watched All American. I binged that.
That one's good.
I kind of like. I don't like Joe Exotic.
No.
No, I was just getting annoyed with him throughout the whole series. I don't think Carol's guilty. That'll probably make some people mad if they're watching this, but I don't think she is.
We lost Ryan.
That's awesome. Look at that face. There he is.
Okay.
I got lost in cyberspace. I'm sorry. Sorry. Anyways, I don't know if you said she was guilty or not. That'll be my cliffhanger. All right. So anyways, one of my other questions I've been asking is your favorite thing you've eaten during quarantine, whether it's something you ordered in or something you tried to make yourself or someone in your family made. What's your favorite quarantine meal so far?
I have to think. I have been starting to bake a lot. So I made a cake from scratch the other day, and it was
Ooh.
actually pretty good.
That's good. Did it look like a cake boss cake or something?
No, we were very limited on frosting, so I just kind of like threw it all on there. So it didn't look very good, but it tasted good. So that's all that
That's
matters.
all that matters. Yeah.
Bandera, there's
Ashley.
another reason for math. She needed to use her math skills to bake the cake.
It's called
I
YouTube.
mean, I just looked it up.
It's
but
called
it's okay.
reading.
I just read.
It's
Yeah.
measurement.
Real Italians don't measure.
Oh,
All right, Ashley, what do you got? What are you eating? Or
The other night we had like both my parents were home from work, and so we had some good soup and salad, and then Mom made crab cakes that Lauren and I helped with, and potato pancakes. We haven't had those in a while, so that was pretty filling. Crab cakes were so good. And then the other day, it was a few days before Easter, we made a whole bunch of chocolate covered pretzels and like little Easter flower M&M things and chocolate covered Oreos, and we just gave them out to a bunch of people. So it was fun.
They were
I'm
delicious.
gonna
They were
go
very.
back and watch. I'm gonna go back and watch all these and start the quarantine Chardon High School cookbook.
yeah. So they were very good. Thank you for my chocolate. I appreciate it. Guys, did you enjoy yours?
They're not friends with senior citizens, Hyam.
Yeah.
I work with senior citizens, so maybe
Oh,
we'll see you sometime.
Shout outs. Who are your shout outs for the day?
Quinn.
Yeah, shout out to Quinn.
You know why? Because he's going to ask you, what are you doing this weekend?
Yeah.
That is true.
I'm gonna give a shout out to Hallie Landis. She dropped off a really cute bag of goodies for me this morning. Thank you, Hallie. Love you.
Nice.
I'll give a shout out. I'll give a shout out to John Dinko because he's been entertaining me a lot over text throughout this quarantine. So I'll give him a shout out.
Does John talk?
He actually is very talkative.
I don't think he is.
In public, he's very shy.
Okay.
I'll
I
try
won my second.
Whoa. Does he have clothes on?
He doesn't have a shirt on.
This is PG.
this is G.
I don't think he's worn a shirt like all quarantine.
That helps
you
with
know,
laundry.
I feel like no teenage boys do.
It's like 10 degrees outside, Trey.
He's doing push-ups now.
Well, it's not 10 degrees in here, so.
Oh my
Oh, cover up
well,
that bird chest.
Murray, can you have like a Boreed like image up there?
He's blurry enough.
Good enough. I won my second Kahoot this week, by the way. I'll take. I didn't think it would happen, but it happened again, so I'm a little happy about that. So thank you, Mr. Hyam, for creating those.
We got some special ones coming up next week.
Yeah, we do. Shout out to Bandera for putting together a schedule that I think is going to be beneficial for our students. So great job, Ryan.
It's your guys' thinking and helping that makes it possible. So thank you. All right.
That's it. We'll see you. Well, we won't literally see you, but we'll see our viewers again on Monday. Take care, everyone.
Thanks.